Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What exactly are we talking about?
Politics, sports,
education.
We'll tell you anything you want to hear.
We talk, you listen.
Big's Golf Talk.
Well, here you all are, waiting to hear my broadcast. How very nice of you.
Big's Golf Talk.
America is talking and yakety yak.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's all about talk.
A place for information, advice, golf news, golf reviews, and of course, golf humor.
Do you know who this is?
Big's Golf Talk.
Comes highly recommended. You're gonna feel better if you talk to him.
That's the fact, Jack. Now we'll talk.
Connect with Big's Golf Talk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Big's Golf Talk. Subscribe with us on YouTube and iTunes, Amazon Music, and the Google Play Music Store. We're also available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Alexa devices. Our website is www.bigsgolftalk.com or .net, BIGGS, golftalk.com or .net. Welcome into Big's Golf Talk, BGT 2.0, BGT TV. I am John Quick. He is Bill Cuevas, the golf father. Big John here as well. And want to start off this show by saying, still praying for our country. Last Saturday was certainly something that would be etched in our history books forever. Former President Donald J. Trump was attempted on an assassination attempt during a rally. If you're living under a rock, somebody tried to take him out from the rooftop, and there's a lot of questions that are being answered: how, why, when, and all that stuff. And certainly, those in the right places will get those answers to those questions. But here on Big's Golf Talk, Donald Trump being a very integral part of golf, we want to certainly send our prayers and stuff out to Mr. Trump and his family, his grandchildren, and all that stuff. Bill, the golf father Cuevas, you're the one that texted me and said somebody shot Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
Right away, I turned on the news, and the coverage was being live right then and there on what was taking place. No matter what side of the aisle you are on, whether you're Democrat or Republican, as far as politics go, violence in that form of fashion is nowhere that needs to be a part of our country.
No, not at all. I mean, he's still a man that has a family, a wife, kids, grandkids, and everything else. We can say what we want about who we want, but in the end, to do something like that as a means of changing things, yeah, no, it's not. It wasn't a good thing. So hopefully, it seems like, I mean, I don't know of your take, but you see a lot of stuff, and both sides of the ticket, and we're not going to discuss politics, of course.
No,
but
I
do think and hope and pray that it brings our country together. Regardless of what side you are, you got left, you got right, and you got down the middle. It's your choice. That's what made this country great. You get to pick what you want to be, and you shouldn't be chastised or all the stuff that goes on in social media because of your affiliation of your party. He's still a human. We're all part of the United States of America, man. And that, in the end, that's what matters. That's what made us great.
What's even more sad, Bill, the golf father Cuevas, is on social media. A lot of people are taking to social media, but I blame some of the media about this because some of the media are questioning the assassination attempt. And I'm like, are you really questioning? It happened live on TV. How can you question it? Yeah. And then you got people on social media that are really saying things like, oh, too bad the bullet missed.
It was millimeters when you look at it and you see all the stuff, because it's I mean, had he not twisted his head
to look at that screen,
to look at the board for the immigration thing that he was talking about. And the thing is, when you're watching, he says it. He asks, he goes, I usually don't use teleprompters, but I'm going to use this one. and he turns his head, and that bullet rang out. And there's a lot of stuff, and it's more than just what happened to him. It's what could have happened to a lot of other people. We have one that's deceased, a fire chief, retired fire chief that they buried. Yeah, and they ended up burying him. He protecting his family. He went there to support his freedom of choice, and he paid the ultimate price for it, protecting his family. And there was a lot of families there. There's a lot of people that their life is changed forever. So it's rough, man, because you don't ever want to see that. And it's the first time in like 40 something years. I think Reagan was the last attempted assassination. So it's tough. It's tough.
The funny thing is about our country, something like that takes place in that party, whatever that party, Republican Party, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to reveal what side I'm on or what.
Yeah.
But all I got to say is at that moment, there could have been a lot go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There could have been a lot more injuries.
Oh, yeah.
But there was fear, then anger, then calm, and then unity.
Yeah. Well, of course. And you hear the thing is like, and it doesn't make any better that it was one of our own citizens that did it, but there was things floating around before it happened with Iran and Iraq or whatever, that they had an assassination plot and stuff like that. So you're like, okay, is it somebody from outside the country trying to sabotage our country? What is it? Why is it? And then you find out it's somebody from internal, and you keep finding all these things out, and you're like, okay. And there's a lot of hiccups, a lot of stuff that happen. And I'm hoping as time progresses, we get more real answers.
Now, I don't know whose people's candidate's going to be, whether you're going to vote for Donald Trump or whether you're going to vote for somebody on a Democratic ticket. I don't know if it's going to be Joe Biden or not, but rumor, the news have reported that Joe Biden's going to step away. Every person that I've asked on a Democratic side back in, when Joe Biden was running against Donald Trump is, can you honestly tell me that you voted for Joe Biden? Not one Democratic friend that I've talked to about that has, as a matter of fact, they've admitted they voted against Trump. That means you wasted a vote on someone that you don't even have confidence in they can do the job, just because you want another person out of the office.
Well, and unfortunately, that was then, and even now, I think with everything that's going on, that's why they're going to change. I see the change, and it has to be for Joe. Joe has to do it. Nobody else can do it. He already has the votes that he needs to be the running president. But can he run the presidency? Don't we want who's best for the country?
I think there's only one question you need to ask yourself: Are you better off than it was in your family, in your life, than it was 4 years ago?
I mean, everybody's different.
If the answer is yes, then
me personally, no. Money, being on.
You know what? And I'm going to say this: it doesn't start. I mean, it doesn't end with your vote for president.
No.
Who's your representative in your area, in your region?
Yeah.
If you're not better off in your life than you were 4 years ago, you need to think about also that representative in your area. And then you have to think about the local officials, your governor, your mayor.
Voting all year round. You're always going to find some time to vote in your area and vote. That's how we do it. That's how, right now it's big.
It should never resort to violence.
I just hope to see the country not divided. You know what I mean? The point is that there's a lot of stuff that's been going on that probably shouldn't have. And
there's still stuff going on. And MSNBC is very famous for it today.
Yeah.
Today. Where I have seen CNN, I have seen other media outlets talk a little bit about unity and talk a little bit about, there's no place in our society for political violence.
Yeah.
But MSNBC wants to be the controversy news outlet and not reporting news, but opinions.
everybody has an opinion, regardless of how you feel or your affiliation. He's still human, regardless. I don't want to
By
see
the way,
anybody.
Joe Biden reporting to have COVID-19 again. Certainly hope he gets better if he has COVID-19. However, I will say this, and I tweeted this out on my Twitter account, my X account. With the diagnosis of COVID-19, why isn't he wearing a mask?
It's a mild case. Mild case.
But at his age,
no fever.
Wasn't that the biggest thing that the politicians talk about during COVID-19? Our elders, and we have to protect the people around them and people around, I mean, it was a big issue. I mean, the mask was a big, big thing. Yet the leader of our world and leader of our country cannot follow his own advice.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I was thinking about certain things, and while I was watching him climb the stair and walk up the same exact stair twice, it's trouble. It's sad. It really is sad, regardless of what your affiliation, what you want to be, who you want to be,
He's
who you want to vote for. He's human, and that's.
I don't ever wish violence on him or sickness on him. No.
The thing
he
is,
has a family, just
and
just like everybody
it's
else.
And I think it has to be hard. I mean, your camp, everybody is asking you to leave. And it's sad. It's sad that he's in the condition.
The thing is, in the election, 2020, 2021, whatever it was, everybody was confident about Joe Biden, right? Everybody, Joe Biden could do the job. What's changed in 4 years? When your own party is saying, you got the guy, you're vice president with the president of Barack Obama. You're his vice president. He's saying you should step aside.
And not only him, you got Pelosi that said it. She came out the other night and said it too. And it's like,
she started it. No, she started.
Well, I think she might have secretly started it, because nobody pulls the trigger there without her. And you had these guys that were just absolutely fed up. I mean, that's all that you see on the news is his own party is like, he got to go. We had an interview with him and a thing, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's attacking people, and I'm like,
but what's changed? It's been that way since he's been in office.
It's been that way for a while, and it's sad because now it puts into question who's been doing the job.
Because this is what I'm saying. People voted against a candidate. I don't know any Democrat that voted for Joe Biden. They voted against Trump.
And that's the thing. That's the truth. People will vote against who they don't want, and they don't care the outcome of what it is.
I can tell you that if I don't like either candidate, I'm not voting. I'm not wasting my vote.
And that's the sad truth. The truth is that you have people that go there and just push a button anyway. They don't care. Like, it's not going to matter. And it does matter. You have to vote. If you're going to vote smart. Vote who you feel is the best, and let's see what happens. And whoever wins, let's just support.
And you know what? I'm never going to tell you you're wrong. I'm never going to tell you, you wasted a vote. I'm never going to tell you how to vote or who to vote for. If you feel that candidate, Democratic, Independent, Republican, or otherwise, if you feel that candidate can make your life better,
that'll make it better
for the next 4 years, then that's your candidate.
Period. And if you lose, move on. You know what I mean? It's about the country and what's best for the country. We're not all going to win. Our person that we vote for is not everybody's going to win. We're going to have one winner, and hopefully the winner is our country, because that's what we need. We need our country to be back in the forefront. There's a lot of stuff regardless of everything. And it could be a new Democrat that's going to come in with guns blazing and put us on the right path again. We don't know. We got 4 months to figure it out. 4 months, who you want to vote, who you don't want to vote.
Smart to they'll get a businessman just as equal as Mr. Trump.
Yeah,
to run
we
against.
we don't know what's going to happen. Everything is changed. This last week has been life changing for America, not just people, but for America. Everything's going to change, and I hope it's for the best. I really do, because when we vote in that ballot box and we do what we're going to do, nobody else gets to see who you vote for, what you did, who you didn't do for. It's you, and if you don't open your mouth, nobody's going to know. Nobody will know who you voted for.
We need to take a break. I want to just leave it at this.
Yep.
On social media, I have posted on there about political violence. And if you're for and you're saying to yourself or to others, oh, it's too bad that bullet missed, do me a favor, unsubscribe from this show, stop following me, and leave me alone.
Yeah, it's rough.
And
nobody wants to see anybody.
Believe it or not, I posted that on social media. 5 people unfriended me. I won't mention those 5 people.
Well, then they were.
One person publicly said done.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
nice.
She unfriended me.
Well, she wasn't your friend.
No.
If you're basing your friends
violence, just go away. Just go away.
Yeah, never for violence, man. I'm not for the violent part. You know what I mean? Choose who you want. That's all. We're all good.
Let God guide you. And you know what? If you say to anybody, damn, too bad that bullet missed, you need God in your life.
Yeah. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see anything happen to Trump. I don't want to see, anything happen bad to Biden. I don't want anybody to suffer like that.
I don't wish harm on Biden. I don't wish harm on any politician violently. Never.
They have a choice to run, and we have a choice to vote. Vote who you want and keep it to yourself. That's all.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. All right.
Hey, when we come back, Tiger Woods, Colin Montgomery, they're in the boxing ring. Whoa, let's talk about that next here on Big's Golf Talk. We'll be right back right after this.